NASA's secret shuttle flights, the missions that were never officially recorded. When we think of NASA's Space Shuttle program, images of astronauts floating gracefully in zero gravity or repairing the Hubble telescope usually come to mind. Between 1981 and 2011, NASA's iconic fleet, Columbia, Challenger, Discovery, Atlantis, and Endeavour, carried hundreds of astronauts into orbit, representing humanity's triumph in space exploration. But beneath the surface of public achievements lies a shadowed chapter, a series of classified missions, rumored partnerships with the U.S. Department of Defense, and whispers of unrecorded shuttle flights that were never meant to be made public. What really happened during these secret missions? Why were some launches erased from official records or shrouded in military secrecy? The truth behind NASA's hidden shuttle flights reveals a fascinating and sometimes unsettling intersection between science, politics, and covert military operations. The birth of the Space Shuttle program. In the early 1970s, after the Apollo program ended, NASA faced a new challenge, justifying its budget in a post-moon landing world. To remain relevant, the agency proposed the Space Shuttle, a reusable spacecraft that could make frequent trips into orbit. However, building such an advanced system required funding far beyond NASA's means. Enter the U.S. Department of Defense, DoD. The Pentagon saw enormous potential in a reusable orbital vehicle capable of launching heavy payloads, retrieving satellites, and performing quick reconnaissance missions. In exchange for funding support, NASA agreed to design the shuttle with military capabilities in mind, including a larger cargo bay and an orbit path that could cover almost any point on Earth. From that moment, the line between civilian science and military secrecy began to blur. The secret alliance between NASA and the Pentagon. By the time the first shuttle, Columbia, launched in 1981, NASA's partnership with the Department of Defense was well established. While the public saw a new era of space exploration, much of the shuttle's design served classified military needs. The shuttle's large payload bay could carry massive satellites, spy cameras, and experimental defense equipment. Its flexibility made it the ideal platform for missions that needed to operate under the radar, literally and figuratively. Throughout the 1980s, several flights were either partly or entirely classified. These missions often launched from Vandenberg Air Force Base in California rather than Kennedy Space Center in Florida, a sign of their military nature. The official NASA archives would later list these missions with vague descriptions or omit key details entirely. ###the shuttle flights that officially happened, but not everything was told. NASA's Shuttle Manifest lists 135 missions in total, but experts and researchers have long pointed out gaps, inconsistencies, and strange anomalies in official records. Some missions appear to have incomplete payload data, while others list no official photographic documentation, unusual for an agency that records everything in detail. Among the most mysterious are flights conducted in the mid-1980s, when the Cold War was at its peak. During this period, the shuttle was used for military reconnaissance, spy satellite deployment, and experiments involving radar and laser systems. For instance, STS-4, 1982, carried out tests for the Department of Defense under heavy secrecy. Astronauts Thomas Mattingly and Henry Hartsfield publicly admitted after the mission that much of their work was classified. Even their onboard activities were recorded under code names. Then came STS-51C, 1985, the first fully classified Department of Defense mission. It was launched from Kennedy Space Center, and its destination orbit was never disclosed. On board was a secret payload believed to be a Magnum Signals intelligence satellite, used to intercept communications from the Soviet Union. The entire mission was shrouded in silence, even NASA employees without clearance were barred from certain areas. ###whispers of the Phantom missions. But the real intrigue lies in what some researchers call the Phantom flights, rumored shuttle missions that were either never recorded or intentionally erased from public logs. According to leaked internal documents and testimonies from former contractors, several shuttle missions in the early 1980s were launched under the guise of engineering tests or simulated launches. However, some analysts claim these may have been classified low-orbit deployments conducted at night or under alternative mission designations. One of the most persistent rumors involves a supposed unrecorded flight between STS-3 and STS-4, where the shuttle Columbia allegedly launched a classified payload for the National Reconnaissance Office, NRO. NASA's official schedule at the time showed an unusually long gap between missions, leading conspiracy theorists to speculate that an unacknowledged flight occurred during this window. While no hard evidence has ever been released, declassified budget documents later confirmed that NASA received emergency funding in 1982 for a National Security Payload Validation Project. Many believe this description refers to that same rumored launch. Vandenberg's abandoned shuttle base *. One of the strangest chapters in this story centers on Vandenberg Air Force Base, which was being modified in the early 1980s to host shuttle launches for polar orbits, a trajectory ideal for military reconnaissance. The facility was equipped with a launch pad, hangars, and processing buildings, all designed for quick turnaround between classified missions. The plan was for shuttles to launch from California, conduct short military operations, and land within a single orbit, often before the public even noticed. Construction was nearly complete by 1986, but the Challenger disaster abruptly halted all shuttle flights. After that tragedy, NASA and the military decided the shuttle was too risky for such missions, and the Vandenberg site was abandoned. Yet, some Air Force personnel later hinted that test flights had already occurred, possibly unrecorded dry runs, to validate launch procedures. If true, these would be among the only shuttle operations never logged in NASA's public records. ### The lost data and silent payloads. Even among documented shuttle flights, several missions carry a veil of mystery due to missing data and classified payloads. For instance, STS-27, 1988, carried a top-secret military satellite for the Department of Defense. During re-entry, the shuttle suffered major damage to its thermal tiles, yet the incident went largely unreported because of the mission's secrecy. Similarly, STS-33 and STS-38 in 1989 to 1990 were also classified. Later leaks suggested that one of these flights deployed a stealth spy satellite, while another may have retrieved or repaired a covert spacecraft in orbit, an operation that, if true, was never publicly admitted. One astronaut involved in these missions later commented cryptically, "There are things we did up there that won't be known for decades. Maybe never." Why the secrecy? The main reason behind these secret flights was simple: espionage and national security. During the Cold War, both superpowers sought to gain any edge possible. The shuttle's ability to carry large payloads and return them to Earth made it a perfect tool for testing advanced technology, from missile tracking systems to surveillance optics. Additionally, the shuttle may have been used for electronic warfare experiments, infrared sensor calibration, and anti-satellite system trials. Some historians even believe that NASA's cooperation with the military helped secure the agency's funding during the 1980s, ensuring its survival amid political pressure. The quiet end of an era. By the 1990s, the relationship between NASA and the Department of Defense began to fade. The end of the Cold War reduced the need for such secrecy, and new technologies, especially unmanned rockets and satellites, could perform military missions more efficiently and safely. When the shuttle program ended in 2011, NASA released extensive archives of its missions. Yet, even today, certain pages remain classified, and some mission files are missing entirely. Whether those represent lost records or deliberately hidden flights is still unknown. Conclusion: what was NASA really hiding? The story of NASA's secret shuttle flight sits at the intersection of fact and mystery, a mix of confirmed classified missions and tantalizing rumors of unrecorded operations. What is certain is that the Space Shuttle, a symbol of human ingenuity and exploration, also served as a quiet instrument of Cold War power. While NASA's public face spoke of science and discovery, behind closed doors, its spacecraft carried the silent weight of national defense. Perhaps one day, when all the classified documents are finally unsealed, we'll learn the full truth of these secret missions, the payloads they carried, the orbits they flew, and the secrets they kept from the world.